Day 40 of my 30-day van conversion challenge. I started off my day prepping my worktops to be sealed. I sanded them down and tried my best to get rid of the black marks that had appeared from when I cut the wood. I also decided to cut a thin strip of this worktop so that I could use a tiny backsplash since the bigger one didn't fit. I tried to see how it looks here, but I realised I'd already taken the worktop in, so I couldn't show you. Oiling the oak was easier than I expected, although it did make it a little bit darker than I wanted. My top tip for doing this is to not clean your bare wooden worktops with a wet cloth, because I did this and I ended up having to go and sand everything again because it made the wood really rough. Next up, I'm doing the last bit of wool. I cut this piece out last week and it was a bit too small, so I'm using it to help me figure out the correct measurements for this piece. I cut a couple of parts at an angle to make it join correctly. It's not quite perfect, but this is all going to be covered by overhead units anyway. Then I cut out the drawer fronts for the bed drawers. I added a couple of pocket holes in where they were missing in the toilet, and I adjusted some of the drawers that weren't quite sitting flush with the cabinet. I managed to fix the first two quite easily, but had a bit more trouble with the toilet. I didn't get it perfect in the end, but it is much better than it was. Then I added another drawer slide. I really wanted to add the final one above it too, but I'm waiting on a package before I can do that, and sadly it didn't come until much later today. Then I started getting measurements and cutting out the cabinet fronts. I've been waiting to do this for the longest time, so this was quite an exciting part of the day. I used one large piece of ply for this and cut them in order so that they'll join up perfectly as long as I can remember which way round they went. This is how the van was looking at the end of the day. I went inside and did more worktop oiling and more painting. The blue is for my cabinet fronts. It's a bit bluer than I expected, but I think it will mellow out as it dries. Come back tomorrow for day 41 and to hopefully see me install these cabinet fronts.